Hello and welcome to another session on the GBPUSD Forecast. Okay, so last week pretty much played out as was expected, and we had price do somewhat of what we expected. Okay, so price opened here, right, and we had what price pushed down, a return higher, and a push back down, filling out what this imbalance entirely. Okay, so the imbalance that I was targeting, where price might fill before we resume what the buy. Okay, but price, after price hits this point, we had what a downward move, doing what a deeper retracement, taking out this low, right, and then this low. I don't think that low was taken out, but we came to test this low again. Okay, since price did not take it out, we had what price pushing higher as we expected, and price is almost what taking out the weekly high over here. As expected, on the weekly time frame, we wanted price to what push higher, take out the high, fill some imbalances, right, and then hit this area here. So price is doing that on the weekly time frame. If we should go to the weekly time frame again and take a look at what we wrote down for our notes on the target and then the expectations. So for the target, we are saying what the target is, what this high over here. Okay, let me pull this down here. The target is what this high over here. Okay, and then the expectation is what is to continue higher to take out what the target, and that is what we did last week. Continue higher to take out what the target. That's on the weekly time frame. Okay, all right, this still holds right until the high is taken out, and then probably this imbalance is filled up partially or completely. Okay, so on the weekly time frame, we do not have anything to change. Everything is pretty much going to remain the same. If we should move over to the daily time frame analysis, let's see what we have there. Okay, we have what the target over here, as is the same for the weekly target, but price has not quite taken it out. So what do we see over here? We had price in the past week, we had price what drop down, okay, creating what equal lows over here before we pushed higher, right? These equal lows over here, right, will serve as liquidity at a later point when price decides to what start selling. So on the daily time frame, okay, now that we have taken out this what old high, we might have price drop down here before pushing higher. Okay, might, to fill this imbalance, but that may not be the case, right? This is just one scenario. In this new week, price might just what open here and continue higher. Okay, that is also another scenario. Open, continue higher, or open, drop, either filling this imbalance partially or completely before we push higher. Okay, so that is my analysis on the daily time frame. In the beginning of this month, we have price moving bullish for GBPUSD, so we will just have to modify this a little bit. So yes, the target is still what the weekly target. We have price in this range, this low, right, and then this high. Okay, so within this range, price has moved away from a discount level into a premium level. That's where price currently is, right? So I'll be expecting price to drop probably to this area, right, or even more before we push higher, right? That would be an ideal situation for me to actually look for more buys, okay? But the other scenario, like I said earlier, is what price opens here and then just pushes higher to take out the high quickly before we even look for what sells. All right. So with this one, now our expectation will be, so that's just a little modification to our daily time frame analysis. Okay. All right. So let's modify this trend also. Since price has taken out here this high, right, expect that price might come back, tap into the upper bounds of that before we push higher. That will be what will be ideal for me to look for buys. Okay, now that is it for the daily time frame. So on the 1 hour time frame, we have what price retracing beautifully. Okay, we are just retracing, and I'll be expecting price to reach into here before we push higher. Okay, so my expectation on the 1 hour time frame is for what price to hit this area to go higher. Okay, we could have price, right, open over here, proceed taking out the targets before we drop, but for me that is highly unlikely. So that is my expectation for the 1 hour time frame. Let's see if we have any different view on the 15 minutes time frame. So on the 15 minutes time frame, yes, the 15 minutes time frame might even be better. So we may have price what open here, right, reach into this level and continue higher, just like on the 1 hour time frame. Okay, let me take out the 1 hour time frame expectation. Or we have price open here, right, push a little bit higher, taking out some liquidity, and then dropping, taking what a deeper retracement into this area before we push higher, right? So these are the two likely scenarios to happen. Okay, but then there could be another scenario that might possibly play out, which I do not see yet. Okay, but this is what I will be expecting to see for me to actually look for what more buys. Okay, but in the meantime, right, if price presents me with what a bearish setup, right, I'll take it within this area, but with caution, right? I'll be managing what my expectation price might react from this area or push into this imbalance here or this imbalance here. Okay, whichever one. If price presents what a sell setup in this new week, that is from this area here, I'll be looking to take it cautiously. Okay, but the main bias is what a buy until what that high is taken out. All right, so if we should look at the 15 minutes time frame, right, despite the fact that I'm bullish, if price should at any point go below this low, right, we might see what this low taken out and then this low taken out also, and price might reach into this area, right, filling this imbalance before we proceed higher. Okay, so if we should move to the 1 hour time frame, we'll see it clearly. Okay, if price wants to push higher, price should not start attacking the lows, the protected lows. Okay, but if price should take this low out, right, this low may be prime for the taking. Liquidity might be taken out over here and then here too. Okay, for price to actually move into this area over here, this imbalance sitting right here before price pushes higher. Okay, but this is if price begins to attack the higher lows. All right. Okay, thank you for watching, and I wish you all the best in this week.